some cold water. Whoa, boom, 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 boom. There ain't nothing in here. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I need water. Oh, you bitches ready? You gonna do competitive? See, look, we always have water. I'm gonna make sure this water has been on the counter, so it's not cold. I keep my pitcher, the copper one, in the fridge. Alright, that's cold. Alright. Okay, we is back in the house. I want to real quick share with y'all. Hopefully there's no boogies. Squish this down. My lid. I need to fill up my pitcher so I can have cold water. Or if you want room temp water, I keep a filter on the counter. But I want to share with you. This is homemade mouthwash. So you can use, I used essential oils, 2 drops of peppermint oil, and then I actually used a cinnamon stick. And this time I brewed it with 10 cloves. And you can look up the properties of those herbs. I steeped it, so I had the water hot in my kettle, poured it into my mason jar, left the lid off so it would, you know, just be able to steep. And then once it cooled down, then I put the lid on to seal it for future use. So honestly, it's lasted a week, and the products are very cheap. Well, it depends, like, if you want to have, like, a bigger jar. That could be a factor, too. But, you know. This is going to be a lot of shit for me to carry. Maybe blow my nose, too. Wednesday. Shit. Oh, that fucking sucks. Well, need a tissue. I have a meeting tomorrow at 9. So, like, my schedule's been all weird. Monday was Martin Luther King Day. We had that off. Tuesday, I had to do, like, appointments and things like that. Today, it's going to be a normal live. Tomorrow, I have a 9 a.m. meeting, so we may just do, like, a little chit-chat tomorrow. A little chit-chat check-in. And then Friday is going to be normal, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just getting in from cold. He cold. Oh, what's good? Yoga, hot yoga. Check out the playlist. We are veterans on this channel, for real. I've been teaching for 10 years. There's a whole playlist of yoga videos. You can go to, there's a playlist on YouTube, and then there's, like, we used to do lives on the Ashlee CrazyYoga Facebook page. What's good? So, I have moved this. If you're looking for free classes, I always have the resources. But if you want to support me in IRL real time, you can support by this channel. Or I'm back to doing community classes. I've been doing, like, a lot of contract work. Or private contract work, I should say. The classes are not public, but I go to, like, facilities and teach. But now I have a few public classes on the schedule. So if you're local, I'm in Wisconsin, and I teach in Waukesha and South Milwaukee. And once the schedule is finalized, I will post it. But I've been updating people who want yoga content, like explicit yoga content. On Ashlee CrazyYoga. We have a Facebook and we have an Instagram. So if you want yoga stuff, follow Ashlee CrazyYoga, either of those platforms. If you're looking for the craft content, I'm usually on here. I've been more so doing that on here, YouTube, and then I have a Facebook and Instagram confidential goods. So if you want to check out like my custom rugs, and we're working on a yarn painting right now. You can check that out. I just said I teach yoga. I teach all styles of yoga: kids yoga, senior yoga, chair yoga, vinyasa yoga, flow, um, yin, restorative, yoga nidra, meditation, sound healing. It's not dancing, it's a physical practice, mind, body. Go watch. Well, y'all, you be coming to the channel. I've been on here for 10 years. There's examples. There's a whole playlist I was directing y'all to. So if you want to see my style of teaching, I teach several different formats, but a lot of people say that they like the way that I kind of walk people through and talk people through the poses. I really explain it well. Thank you for liking. Because I want you to get it. I don't want to go to a class where the teacher is just moving too fast. I'm like, okay, what if this was my first class with you? I don't know what's going on. So even if we're like flowing, I'm going to explain it first before we just jump into it. So yeah. What's good? So today we're going to be doing some art. What's going on, bro? Why are y'all so weird in the chat? Like, you need to be on the registration. So forgive the trolls if you're a returning viewer or returning subscriber. Make sure you subscribe because we're always posting. I post Monday through Friday. I try to. This week was a little wonkety wonk. Tomorrow is going to be a shorter live, and then we'll be normal Friday. But no, you are on the registry. That's good because we don't need you here. You're a weird ass. You need to sound. This is like the type of nigga that put his fingers up his butt and think it's funny. You're weird. You should have seen his held for review comments. That nigga is weird. But forgive the trolls. They come in like usually during the beginning, and then once we get to like the fun stuff, that's when they leave, and then the live is actually enjoyable. But just this is a regular thing if you do plan on coming to the lives. There's like a bunch of weirdos that'll first pop in, and then they kind of filter themselves out. And when I say they're weirdos, their comments are held for review, and then the weird part is, I'm scratching my belly button. The weird part is they come back the next day. They remember that I put them in a timeout, and then they'll come back. And then that's when like the psychosis kind of sets in. What's good? A compliment that I really appreciate, well, for YouTube is this. Somebody commented like a week or so ago, and like y'all comments really stick with me. They're getting smarter, possibly. Somebody was like, I really like how you tell your stories. I be going on rants, but I really appreciate that, of how I be delivering my stuff. Yeah, there's some things in the craft room I gotta show y'all. Hope y'all niggas ready. Here come the confetti. Wow. SENYN. That's it was a Plies verse. He was going in on. Boy. Let's just set that down. Please stand by. Oh, somebody remind me. I need to check to see if I got the ingredients to make chili. Today I'm probably just going to do chili because I'm not going to be like home. So remind me after this hit. Hopefully that shouldn't be too long. But I need to check to make sure I have ingredients. I usually make a lentil chili. Very simple. So if you're interested in that, people are wondering how to get like more protein in their diet. Hi. I be doing stuff like that. I be doing a little personal training, you know. I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be working with a client. We're doing personal training. I have like yoga clients. Bro, I have the best clients in the world. Yesterday, my client, this is so cool when like you can relate with your clients. So we've been working like on chair yoga. I've been doing like home visits. And then they also do crafting. And they've been dabbling in a bunch of stuff. And then they said they made this bracelet. I'm going to wear it until it breaks, okay? Like, if you see me with a bracelet, I will wear it until it breaks. The last bracelet I had was an evil eye bracelet, and I wore it until it broke. Like, it was literally so, like, elasticity. And I'm like, I feel like I know who it was for, who it was protecting me from. More so in the winter, I feel like I need more protection. I'm always trying to wear something on my head. So I feel like I'm going to carry that into the summertime of like maybe wearing more head wraps as my locks grow, because I restarted my locks. They're not even a year old. I put like little yarn. So if you want to see that, there's a video years ago of me showing you my little lock tour of when I first decorated my locks. And now years later, you see a lot of people like decorating their locks and stuff. But anyway, I just feel like more protection. So I'd be wearing more crystals on me during like the winter time. I feel like there's a lot more heavy energy. It's like stillness, but you gotta like be vigilant. There People be driving crazy. I live in an area where there's snow. It's snowing right now. People just There's a guy riding my bumper. I just pulled out of my driveway. And I'm like, this is a road. It's not a main road, but niggas be traveling it. I'm like, bro, where the fuck did you spawn from? Slow down. So just, I be wearing crystals, selenite. Um, is it black tourmaline? I can't remember if it's black tourmaline or obsidian, but I have one of those I keep on me. But yeah, anyway, that was really random. But I'm gonna wear my stuff till they break. I don't think these are crystals, but this is really cute. What's going on in the chat? I can't play any songs. Because of copyright. I would be playing some Jeezy right now. Trap or Be Ugly. You know what I'm talking about. Let's just do a snapper. I've been listening to that, Trap or whatever 3. That shit subs in the car. I've not been to England. S-E-S, why? What's good? All right. There's a little snapper today. Nothing too major. Major moves over here. Stop. Wait a minute. All right. I'm going to grab the ingredients. What's good, Berserk? Ingredients. Because I really don't want to. It's like, what the fuck? See my lentils. I really don't want to go to the grocery store today with all this snow. It's just too much. It's always too much. Okay, cool. Lentils. You get yourself some diced maters. Chili beans. I get these. Oh, noodles. Do I have noodles? Should I use spaghetti noodles or should I use these eggshells? I could finish these up. Potential. My lips are tea, thanks. Most of the time, niggas just be making mean comments because I have a vitamin deficiency. And it's just worse in the winter time. So I appreciate that if it's genuine. I will forewarn that. We need, what else do I usually put in there? Just this a little pepper. What else? I'm too short to see. Let's see. No, we don't want our breath stinking. I'm not gonna add no garlic. You ever heard of white pepper? You ever heard of white pepper? A little bit of that, little honey powder. Am I missing something? Oh, chili. The little mix. All right, we're gonna make chili for lunch, and I do have some onions. It's a little, can't even see it. This chili mix, so that's my shit. Yeah, there go to set up. That's like all the ingredients you need. Take my water. Hope you niggas ready. Here come the confetti. Okay. I finally got more ink. So in the near future, we'll be doing some more stationary prints. Woo! 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 Where did I have y'all last time? Yeah? There we go. What's good? My nose piercing. I got two. Who outside? What they doing? I need to roll this window up. I'll crack the blinds, but like I gotta reach under my desk to pull them up. I did a video about how I got two nose piercings in one day years ago. That video is on this channel. And I only shed one tear. Head ass. I really did. Like my husband was watching it. He's like, then the first thing he's like, you took that like a G. I'm like, shut up, bro. Well, we were dating at the time. Yeah. I got my nose pierced. Oh, I got married. Hope these bitches ready. Here come the confetti. Okay, the song is sexy, okay? But he's spelling it sissy. S. One of them got like an accent. I can't remember what you call those. You know, like in a different language, it may have like a little symbol over the letter. I forget what it's called. I haven't taken a language class in a while, so thank you. Looking for the bass. We're gonna get mic'd up. Okay. Check this out. Now we got some audio. So yeah, we're gonna have a chill live this morning. This is what I've been working on. I think I worked on it over the weekend. I've been doing a little dabbling. I've been doing my little yarn paintings and shit. I I was not planning to accidentally tip it, but I was going to say the word shit, so that's kind of funny. But hey, we just tested out the durability. Yo, what's good? What's good, fuck ass nigga? What's good? How my booty hole taste? Niggas not ready for my remarks. Nah. You're an insult. Chill out. Is he gonna say anything back? No, you got hurted. I hurted his feelings. We're just gonna put you in a timeout. And if you're crazy enough, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Well, you can still watch. You just can't comment. What's good? See, this is another like protection I wear. This is I really can't be showing y'all. What's good? This is the Reiki symbols, but I can't be showing y'all. Y'all, you have to be Sean's coming out and being fucking ugly, but you have to be attuned. I teach Reiki teacher trainings. You have to be attuned to the symbols, otherwise they mean nothing. But I do be wearing this necklace for protection. It's cold, so I'm not gonna put it underneath my sweatshirt. You already know, fuck niggas. This for the haters. You already know, fuck niggas. You know we got the merch up in here. Crazy yoga. You know what to do. We got it on. It's backwards because it's my front camera. We got two of these. We got the crazy yoga on the back, and we got a fuck nigga front and center. What's good? See, that's the fuck nigga in the front. What is this? This look like a white dude. I can't tell. You look like you try to have relations with your mother. So we can't have that in the chat. See, he would get mad like, oh, I don't know what to do, if you know where that meme is from. Uh ham sandwich with cheese. What was he saying? He was like, I don't know what to say. Okay. We were doing a product review. So this is another thing for the fuck niggas out there. We got sent a lamp. I didn't ask for this, but we got sent a lamp and I really appreciate this. Um, so I did a review video. It's actually a video I posted like Monday. Um, but I like this, bro. I was actually using this last night. It's a cordless light. So I'm like, this is clutch. This is the second lamp I got sent from this company. So go check these videos out. My husband has the other lamp in his room. And I was like, I tried it out this time. His lamp has like different light settings. So you can have like standard light, blue light, or like a warm light for like, when you're working at night. This one just has, look, it's a touch. You just tap it. And you can like be carrying it around. Hey. I appreciate that. Yeah. We got some more comments held for review. You're Y'all weird. I appreciate like the genuine comments. But we got sent this lamp. So this is for the haters. I just be getting sent random stuff. So the latest thing we got this lamp. And I was trying it out last night and it's actually like really bright. There's no cord to it. I'm not trying to sell this to you. But if you are interested, whatever. But I actually use the stuff that gets sent to me. This lamp, because I needed one for my workstation over here. I'm gonna twist y'all. My big old workstation. I finally threw that shit away. It was a good lamp. It just did not have a long enough cord, so it might have been getting caught because this is like a high table I'd be working at. Um, but this is nice because you can. I usually have my lamp over there, but you can move it over here. It shit is actually bright. Oop. And then it's got like a charging thingy on the back of it. But I'm like, I was trying that out last night. I'm like, this shit bright. I'm fucks with it. It's not battery operated. It's just like you just have a cord. It just has this. It's got a long battery life, and then you can it came with a cord for you to charge it. It was disassembled, and then like this was the box. They give you the light bulb. You got to twist the light bulb in. I know it's backwards, but you can kind of see what's going on. The lamp looks cozy. Yes. It's got like a warm setting. I like it. I don't know, cause I like lights where I can change the brightness on it. So this is my other light. This is another kind of freestanding light. I ended up bringing this one home because the light I had that plugged in was really fucking bright. Like the light would get fucking hot. So I'm like, oh yeah, this shit is hot. Like this is using a lot of power, low key. But now I don't really have to use that much power at night, which is kind of cool, you know, because I got a lot of shit. We're gonna get back into doing some more stationary stuff. So I brought ink. I hope this is the right ink. Okay, look, listen, gang. I'm always gonna tell you like good shit. I'm not gonna steer you. I hope I got good ink. Why you keep saying that? So like, look, I have an Epson Eco Tank. I pay like $400 or $500 for this printer, bro. There's cheaper versions, but listen. I got the one because I'm like, as a business, I don't know if I gotta fax, scan shit. So I got the one with those features. If you just need to print, you can get a cheaper model. But look, I got this printer in like 2021, 2022. I'm just now changing the ink because you get ink bottles, you don't get ink cartridges. So like if you actually want to print stuff, you want to print more stuff, I don't know, you be making vision boards, just think about it. This was some years ago, bro. My refrigerator. I ain't got no refrigerator. It's an Epson Eco Tank. Here, let me show you. This was some years ago. But you can start off whatever. Where is it? This is what you gotta know. That's my tank. See, I need to get more black ink. It has been 4 years. 4 years. Look where my other ink levels are. 4 years. I be making stickers, and I got a bottle. So I think this is the correct bottle I need. You just, lift this lid up, and then you lift this up, and you just turn the bottle upside down. So we're gonna be back to making our little buttons, and look here. Actually, this is a good example. We be making our shit up in here. This is like a bookmark I make. These are some stickers. That's a magnet. I be making a lot of magnets. We got a lot of fun shit up in here. I gotta show y'all the where they at. I need some soldiers in here. Where they at? Let's do a tour. Let's do a tour. These be my favorites. So I need some black ink. You need for a lot of stuff, but some lamp. We back the bud. I drew this and I hand cut all of my stationery stuff. I don't play. It's got a nice shiny finish. So it's kind of like waterproof on the front. It's not gonna damage the art. But it's a magnet. I be cutting my own magnets. So you can shop with me. That's what I mean. Shop confidentialgoods.com. We got this at pink. We back the bud. And we got this. I made smaller ones. So I was playing around with the sizes. And we got a green one. We back the bud. I made the leaves like two different. You can see the live. I made the leaves two-tone. You can see it better in person. But we got pink ones and we got green ones. They're lightweight magnets. Please don't be trying to put like a whole packet hanging on your refrigerator. Don't do that. But yeah, I want to start creating more stationery stuff or new stationery stuff. So I'm slowly phasing out my bookmarks. Shot my bookmarks. I am creating the life I deserve. Or wait, I am capable of all things I think I dream of. I am capable of all things I dream of. And this one says creating the life I deserve. Little black girl on it. We love the black art. I have two more. I'll show you really quick. Zoom out. We got this one. Here we go. Little by little, day by day, I will make a way. Little black girl here. I'm growing beautifully. Another bookmark. The bookmarks, some are laminated, some are not. But those are ones I'm slowly phasing out. What else? We be making buttons up in here too. I only have a few that I brought to the crib. Let me show you real quick. Because people be like, well, what do you make? Hold on, let me show you. These are like some of the older ones. I actually have a whole freaking press. I be making everything in-house. I don't play. This is a button press. This is what a button press looks like. You flip it out to the side. You load your stuff in. It's a magnet. You have your stuff already loaded in the top, or actually you press it down. I'm gonna do that. Then it gets stuck to the top because it's a magnet. Swing it around, and one more time. You put your backing piece in. Easier on a flat surface. Press it and pray that the mylar, the plastic shiny stuff that you see on buttons, you pray that the mylar did not shift your art. And then you have a good press. I got a metal one. If you've been here for a minute, I did at one point have a plastic one. That shit broke like a day of me using it. Like the day before I had to mark it, and it was when I lived next to, like not next to, but close to a Joanne. So I was able to scoot over there. No, I had to go to a different Joanne's because they didn't have it. But anyways, like literally the same day I had to go buy another press and I returned the broken one because I'm like, what the fuck, bro? It was like, don't get no plastic machines if you can help it. Try to get something made out of metal. Anyway, I be making everything in house. So like this is my hoodie, the Crazy Yoga. Look at that. You already know we stamp. I'm hood, I'm good, I'm stamped. Carnival. Does that song ring a bell? Oh, I'm hood, I'm good, I'm stamped, you know. So we got the logo. I be making buttons too. And that's how I be pressing them. And I make the cards to set the buttons in. So I was playing around with the sizes again. This one says confidential goods, and then it says have a good day with a little sun. You know what we were listening to in the car? Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. I think it's by Rafi. But you know, on the way back, we was listening to that Jeezy. All right, we'll set that up to the side. So we don't want to drop this again. I've been trying to be delicate with this shit. We are working on this yarn painting, and I don't know where to start. Oh, I thought I finished everything. Oh, I'm chopped. I'm really chopped. But it was actually almost 10. I want to finish this small area up, and low key, I might just work in this area because I don't want to have to pull up that image again. I don't want to have to work from a reference. So let's do it like this. I have another tripod. Something like that. And you can kind of see. So now we in the moment. I almost zoomed out. It got a little crusty on the top. Chat, I have a question. So I'm on Facebook. This lady talking about they shared a post. I'm paraphrasing. It was like cold days should not count as snow days. Send those kids to school, something like that. And they had reshared it. And then they had a comment that they made while they shared it. And it was like, even if it's cold, you should still be trying to take your kids to school. And I'm like, look, bro, I done lived my whole life in Wisconsin. This shit can get really fucking cold. And it's literally snowing right now, you know? And so I'm like, hey, how do you say it without sounding, like a jerk? Like a when I went through therapy training, but you could know this even before going through like training, to become a therapist and be able to um communicate with people and see other perspectives. My belly button ring is getting stuck. So, what they teach you in, your clinical trainings is being able to see situations through different scopes, different lenses. Somebody's having a situation, well, you should have just did this. Well, what if it wasn't that easy for them? You know? And I don't think a whole lot of people have that brain capacity to be able to think from a compassionate level. And I say that, and I know it sounds mean, but I get frustrated when I hear adults that still have not evolved or elevated to a more compassionate level as they became adults. You chose to grow up and early on start to become a bitter person, a self centered, bitter person. So, back to the story of it being too cold, you should just send those kids to school. I remember, I've been in these situations, so it's easier for me to relate to somebody that may have is or going through a situation like that. It has been so fucking cold that my car would not start, you know, and I think my husband just had to call off of work. And then like they brought up the rebuttal, well, aren't you going to be missing out on money? Obviously. This is the thing. We had a new car, like a year or two old, and it wouldn't start because it was negative like 18 or negative 19 degrees outside. And the expectation for people to still be able to show up to work. Now that's become a hazard. Just was it last week? The power at uh yeah, venting sessions part one for real. The power at my son's school went out last week, but he wasn't there. He does half days. And I'm just like, then it becomes a safety hazard. Expecting people to show up, you know, So let's say, yeah, you got a ride to work. Well, you should still just get a ride. Now that's wasting more money because you had to pay for an Uber, or if you have a coworker that can pick you up, who knows, whatever that is. Some people still do things out of the kindness of their heart. But this person has to calculate that, work an entire shift, figure out how to get home, and then deal with the car situation. If the car is even movable or needs to get towed to get it to a maintenance auto repair shop. And that's what I mean when I feel like people cannot think to a higher level of compassion. Did you think about all of those steps if you were in that situation? No, the average person does not and cannot do that. I say that because I've seen how easily manipulated older older people are. And I don't want to be like that, but older white people are. How easily manipulated like boomers are. You go on Facebook, this is my example, my real life case study. You go on Facebook, it's an obvious video that is AI, and it'll be like a black person yelling. And then they'll be like, "Well, look at this monkey. Why didn't they just pay at checkout?" They be yelling at the checkout counter, a scenario that AI made. And they actually believe you're already thinking from like a low vibration of just remaining racist. You're racist to a robot. You're racist to it was AI. And then they don't real like they're making these comments like these are thoughts. If you're able to make this comment, these are thoughts you've already had. Well, why didn't they just pay? I don't know. Whatever the situation may be. Well, maybe if the monkey wasn't like, this is how white people still to this day, 2026, view black people. And they say that we're being progressive with ending racism. Actually, a lot of it's being undo, undo, undone. But people don't like when I talk, politically. So I usually don't on here. I save that for like Facebook. And then I had a not just an ignorant comment of, your posts are negative. Do you really be watching my posts? I post on 11 different platforms. You have trained your algorithm to go watch my Facebook story. Somebody like messaged me, like unprovoked. In that conversation, if we see like this is why I say y'all gotta walk with me with these conversations, these ventings or whatever you call them. You gotta walk with me. Circling back to going out expecting to show up to work or expecting to show up to school in inclement weather. It may not be snowing, but if it's negative 18 degrees, this is like a very harsh example. Years ago, I had a new car and it would not start because it was that cold. I just had to, we had to call off from work. Me and my husband, we shared a car. But what was I circling back to? Unprovoked, this nigga said, yeah, well, when I had said, well, it becomes a safety concern. If you look at other countries, this is my comment, paraphrasing. If you look at other countries, they would pay you to rather stay home because they care about your safety for when the conditions weather out to be able to return to work and perform at an optimal level. Here in America, that's opposite. I remember that I have so many examples of driving in the snow. Niggas dropped like a salt bag on the freeway, and I had my little Beetle, my little Volkswagen. If you remember, if you've been on this channel for a minute, I used to drive a Volkswagen, and I like rolled over it on the freeway. Okay, on the freeway, I'm usually going about 35, 40 max when the roads are white out. I could have died on my way to the gym to go teach the people who chose to show up in inclement weather. If it's that crazy outside, I'm skipping the class. That was, I'm just giving examples of different like weather situations. But like for this person to say after I commented, people are risking their lives. Other countries would pay you to stay home. You know, look at like for another example. Look at the duration of maternity leaves in different countries. That's just to base go off of that. But this person, unprovoked, back to that, was like, and I noticed that your posts are negative and talk about struggle. And then went back to talking about the being too cold out situation. And I'm like, you are choosing to view it from a negative perspective, okay? When That's why I say of being able to think about it from a compassionate level. Somebody is expected, I already said this before, but to reiterate, you're expecting somebody to show up. It may not be snow out, but it's so cold you could catch frostbite. It's so cold, like they're having car issues or what have you. Well, then you should get a ride. How much money do you think this person has? They're already working this job, and off the top, you know, you got expenses. Now, there's two added expenses. You want them to get to work to pay for an Uber. And it's not just one way. If they're using a car, they clearly don't live next to their job. You got to Uber there, Uber back. Then you have to somehow figure out how to get your car fixed. How much money is the job paying you to be able to do all of that? Interesting. And it was like a stark, I would say almost 50-50 of people like, yeah, you should just go to work, risk your life. And then other people are like, hey, if it's like, that cold out, I'm not sending my babies outside to do that. It's whatever, everybody has a different situation. And, you know, over the years of just being like a wellness person, wellness provider, and working in the community, people just be opening up to you and you will hear different perspectives. And I was never like, wow, I never thought of it like that. I never was like that because I was already humbled from W Arts and Crafts. Thank you. I was already humbled from a young age of like, yo, this world is gonna like chew you up and spit you out. Okay. So don't be feeling like you are invincible. You know what I mean? Because it could happen to anybody. And then when it do be happening to people, I'm like, oh, so and so went a little quiet. They were all up in their chest. Well, why? The domino effect of a situation. Well, I would have just did this and this and this. You don't think that person thought about doing this, this, and this? Because if it was that easy, I'm sure they would have done it, you know? So anyway, we barely did any arts and crafts, but I really appreciate you. I appreciate the people that are just here for the discussion. But I'm like, I hope, like, if you have not been able to think to that point of being able to view life through a different lens that somebody else is living, that's how you are able to relate to people. That's how you are able to be more human with people. I stopped viewing people as human. I just view them like just as a selfish being. I don't even You don't even get to be called a human. Like you didn't think that person thought about that? Well, it would never happen to me, so like I don't understand why they didn't just go about it this. I don't like those type of people need to stay away from me. And the fact that they were watching, they admitted that they were watching my content so hard that the algorithm on their own accord changed to only showing them my negative posts. You know how crazy these people are? This is Facebook. Facebook people, different breed, different breed. They're more nastier, more direct, and just crazy. You admitted that you be lurking on my page. You had your whole algorithm changed to only showing my negative posts. Just the day before, I made a post about Black girl excellence and how I have my therapist training, my yoga teacher training, and my Reiki master certificate. I took a picture of that and posted it on my story. You didn't see that one, but you saw my rebuttal to just being more compassionate for other people's situations in cold weather. You know, you didn't see that post. Go watch my story now. It's a little all over the place, because I'm like, I'm just going to keep showing up as myself. You're going to get the good, and you're going to get the good days, you're going to get the bad days. If I got to do an ad read, I got to put that shit on the story. What is like there was like they made it into a TikTok. She was like pouting for a moment, and then she like, I think it was America's Next Top Model. It was like she was like kind of crying for a moment, and she like got herself together. I'm like, that's really sometimes how my story has to be, you know. I appreciate you too, Samuel. So I'm just saying, being more just from a yoga background, it has allowed me to be in those situations, and and people just be opening up to me. I don't know how to, as cliche as it sounds, I don't know how to explain it. And so then that's why I'm just like, I need to just go ahead and get like my therapy certificate, so then I can really be able to add to the conversation, or maybe even just offer resources. The one thing people don't be doing is not opening, holding space, because that's not something that you often hear outside of a yoga classroom. Holding space. Somebody's having like a hard day, just pay attention. When somebody, a stranger, just starts talking to you, it was something they felt. Your souls connected. There's already an energy connection. I went to Walmart yesterday, um, and grabbed a few things. And then I saw this lady, she was grabbing some donuts. Like they had like little mini donuts. I'm like, oh, those look good. And we like, and because she said something about school. I think she was talking to the cashier. And I don't, if you didn't know, um, the parents are expected to fill up the class snack box for the week or what have you. So I've had to buy like extra snacks for the class. I'm gonna do it this way, actually. Try to keep them straight, my lines. So I've had to buy extra stuff, and I saw she was just paying with a food stamp card, but that's whatever. Um, and I was just like, oh, those look good. And yeah, we were getting into the discussion. I'm like, you heard, like, you can't even home bake. You can't even home bake like your treats. Everything has to be store bought. And she's like, I know. And it's like we were having this conversation like we knew each other. We were just two strangers at the cash register or, in line. She was getting checked out. I'm like, I was not trying to get no donuts because I just got a milkshake for my son and I had an iced coffee. I finished. I'm like, I don't need no more sweets. I'm like, yeah. Just the conversations. When people open up or just say, hey, or start a conversation with you, pay attention. There was something that they liked within you. Why would they say something to you if it's not an insult? You can tell if somebody's being nice, but like, just starts a random, hey, you like pickles too? Pay attention. Then, yeah, I've been buying these, for like a minute. Then it just humanizes you. And then people are like, whoa, I actually ran into a real human today, which is rare because most people are operating like NPCs. Hello, find everything you need. Have a good day. Bye. And you're just like a robot. Even when I was a cashier, I was making conversations with people because you never know who you will run into. Matter of fact, I'm like, I gotta think way back because my last like cashier job, I was at Home Depot. And I guess I share a lot. This isn't even like a struggle story I'm going to share, but resharing your story is a reminder of how far you came. And I feel like that person was upset that I constantly share my story and then being able to reflect on it is something most people don't be doing. They just be existing. So resharing like my story and stuff, I'm just thinking out loud now. But when I worked at Home Depot, um, what was happening? I was just getting connections. I would talk to some of the cashiers. I would talk to, and shout out to John. John was like the first guy um to buy one of my crazy yoga t-shirts. And they were talking about, well, here's like this is a place where you can do yoga, and he gave me some books to borrow and read about yoga. Then I really started getting into my trainings. You can see that on my channel. You can see when I first started my yoga teacher trainings and etc. Anyway, just having conversations with people. And then I remember when I was actually finally working at a gym, I don't remember if I was full time or not. Got in conversation with one of the students, and they're like, "Well, I work here, and I think they would really like some chair yoga here." Boom! Since 2019, I've been there. It's 2026. If you just open up and you be having conversations, you don't know where a conversation could take you. It has given me opportunities, job offerings. People will email or call me because they heard of me. I don't even got to fill out the job application. So just being literally, don't force it, but just being a genuinely nice person. Don't be like one of them, the weird old people who be forcing conversations. Just be genuine. And you never know where it will take you. I guess today's message is, just be a genuine person. A genuine person, genuine, compassionate person. A person who is able to view life through multiple scopes. If you ever in South Milwaukee, yesterday I had to get my coffee from Virtue. Bro, that is such a cool little spot. They got coffee, a little tiny bakery, and then they got like a wine cellar in the back. It's a genuine coffee shop that wants you to stay because they got like lamps at the table. So, you can do your little studious work, little touch lamp you can do. So I'm like, I was already in the area. I had to pay my respects. I'm being ugly. Um, so I said, I'm finna wait. You get my coffee till I make my way over there. And I taught rooftop yoga over there. So I'm like, hey, this is a really cool spot. And now I come there for their coffee. So, woot woot. Low key. Last strip, but we'll see. I try to keep these as straight as I can, but this is just going everywhere. Yeah, one more strip. I gotta make it small. Like that. Don't know that. Yeah, I got glue on my fingers, so that's why I be trying to keep my fingers dry. It kind of dries out my hands. Yarn painting always dries my hands out. I know weird niggas. Niggas is always commenting about my body, which is weird. I don't give a fuck. I had a baby and I slimmed back down to like my pre-birth weight, around that vicinity. I'm not like on no diet or nothing crazy, but I'm like, look, just staying active, teaching yoga, and making art that makes me happy. What else? I love my son so much. He loves me. I got a loving husband. Why do I care about your opinion? When niggas have feel like they need to make a comment on stuff. I'm just me. This is the yarn painting. We need to like put it in the light so y'all can see it. It's gonna shake. And I don't want to jump it. We were working in this area and I tried to keep it straight. I'm trying. 8:57. Okay. Now let's come over here. And that's where I'm going to stop probably today. Fill in this section. The yarn was kind of bowing in, so I'm like, I'm not too concerned about it because it's my own art style I'm creating. When you're making your own art with no, why would you put like limitations on the things that make you happy? So I'm like, I'm not too concerned about these lines being straight. I want them to just kind of not be too curvy, too crazy, but. Rolling, rolling, rolling. We ain't slept in weeks. Rolling, rolling, rolling. We ain't slept in weeks. This shit gonna pour slow, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me. It's almost like a curse to be able to, what's good, look at things from a different scope. It's almost a curse because then people get irritated. Well, why are you trying to think about the other person? Is low key, whatever they're saying out loud, is low key what it's translating to. Well, because, I'm a compassionate person. I'm like, well, if that person wasn't even able to do this, why would you expect them to be able to do that? Did you? Have you ever been through this? Even the debate about food stamps. You know what's funny? The lady I was talking to, she looked like either white or Hispanic, and she had a food stamp card. I wish I qualified for food stamps. I don't. even with a small child. But anyway, the stereotype believing that minorities, black people are the main people using food stamp cards. I'm like, hmm, interesting. Well, and they don't work. You have to show your employment in order to keep receiving funds from food shares. Just the misconceptions these niggas be making. Cause I definitely, even being over in like the Milwaukee area, I've seen more white people using food stamp cards, bro. I'm just saying. Big misconception. I might honking that horn. What's good? It's good, thank you. Bath and Body Works. My mother-in-law, she just used a bag and she gave me like a bunch of Christmas socks. We did like a little unboxing. Not unboxing, but like, of the little goodies. She had like some ornaments in there, a book, a bunch of Christmas socks, some toys for my son that fit in there. But reduce, reuse, recycle. I don't shop at Bath and Body Works. I did like a hauls years ago, but you gotta watch the products that the ingredients that they put in those products. So I buy more simplistic stuff if I can help it. I make my own mouthwash. If you saw the beginning of the video I showed you, the beginning of this live, because I don't think I talked about that. But I got some loose herbs from like a tea shop. I got some clove. I got some cinnamon actual sticks, and I used just some essential oils, 2 drops of peppermint, and I steeped it. And that's how you can make your own mouthwash. I also have like an herbalistic like textbook, and it shows you how to make like different household things. So I have like a little vinegar cleaner, you know, you can make your own hand sanitizer using tea tree oil. I've made like deodorant. Now I tried mouthwash. I'm like, oh, that was pretty easy. Hmm. Yeah. Thank you. It's one of those thicker books I've shown you in the past, but I can pull it off this shelf. I got it back in like 2020. And then that's when I was slowly changing my cabinet to all natural stuff, and I'm hoping by the end of the year I have like a apothecary cabinet, so to speak. I had something else I was going to add, but I can't remember. I've been trying to save my jars too, so that I've got jars because they'll give you them in a bag, but I want to put them in like a mason jar or like some kind of sealed jar. So I've been saving like my pasta jars and some of the spices. Once I finished using up a spice, the smaller jars like that, because I didn't get that much. I think you have to get at least a pound. I only paid like $4 and some change for a pound of clove. Damn, this shit is. That's what is like annoying. It hurts your hand because the glue feeds slow, and I can't really put gloves on, because then the gloves will get covered in glue. That's a given. So we're gonna try to finish. You hear the dog? We're gonna try to finish this inside piece and we'll be done for the day. I'm gonna make chili so I can have that for 2 days because I got evening. I have a client this evening and a client tomorrow evening. I'm so excited because both of my clients renewed. So I'm very grateful for that. To continuing to work with them. So FYI, if you ever uh, decide you want to do personal training or like yoga with me, I really spend a lot of time in the programming. Like that's the one part that really excites me is creating programs specifically for people. Like we'll do the first initial meeting. I don't have anything planned. We're going over like, so what are um, challenges? What are things you want to work on? What are, you know, and then we kind of go from there. You can let me know about yourself. And then before the next appointment is when I start curating. So I usually do like a 4 pack session. You'll get the most out of at least meeting with me 4 times. Um, First initial meeting, and then the next 3 meetings. That would be like in a pack. You can always buy bigger packs, which people usually tend to do. They'll just buy a whole month, whether it's meeting once a week or twice a week, typically. And then, it can be like you can book, you can interchange them. So, like, it all depends on your journey. If you want to focus on personal training, the whole series or every session will be about personal training and specifically like I want to work on my arms. Okay, we're going to work on trainings that do this. But I'm also going to show you a recovery day so then you know how to use this in the future. I love my clients. I've had clients that have stayed with me for over 5 years. Um but I want to train you to be able to do this on your own too. Like I love that you stick with me, but this is something that doctors and other professions don't want to admit. So this is why I'm like, this is what separates me in a genuine way beyond the competitors. A dentist is going to tell you to keep using something because it's like supposed to prevent cavities, but then how come you have to keep seeing them every year? This was crazy because I had to do like the dentist yesterday. I had to take my son to the dentist, and we use, forgive me for butchering the word, hydroxamine, whatever it is, but it's an ingredient, or for lack of terms, but it's supposed to help rejuvenate enamel and prevent cavities. And the dentist is like, there hasn't been research on it. I usually give my son, and he's talking about his kid, I usually brush with Tom's with fluoride for my son and yada, yada, yada. And I do like the same thing. We brush, we floss, and I do mouthwash at the end of the night, right? I didn't want to get into it with the dentist, but I'm like, you're recommending this Tom's toothpaste. Literally, like a day or so ago, I saw that there was a recall on the Tom's toothpaste. So I'm like, is the information that they're actually giving you helpful for you to be able to continue to have a healthy mouth beyond their care? Or is it just enough to keep you coming back? Think about it like that. When I am training with you, I love that you want to renew and I really appreciate it. Obviously, being here, I have expenses and things like that. So I appreciate when clients choose to stay with me. But I also want to equip you with the knowledge and the tools so that you are self sufficient. Think about that with a therapist. Why do you want why do you want to keep seeing your therapist? You haven't resolved your issues? Are they trying to help you resolve them? A real therapist is teaching you to be self equipped on your own, to have your own coping skills so that you can figure out a situation when it's similar in the future and being able to resolve it, giving you, you know, your coping skills to be able to handle that in a more tolerable way, for lack of words, right? But just interesting. Interesting food for thought. We're almost done. I'm thirsty. Everybody makes a comment on that bag, and I think it's so funny. It's just an extra bag. I don't know what to do with the stuff in it. I got this weird curve. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to create more paintings this year. So then there's more opportunities to do like galleries and things like that. So I did enter like an art show. We'll hear back. And I'm just looking for more. So let me know. I'm trying to create more pieces throughout the year. After I finish this, um, I'm gonna move on to small coasters because I still have this frame that I have not. Oops, it's on my water bottle. I have this frame I haven't like taken apart, so I'm gonna use the scrap. Um, what is it? Premier cloth and make smaller coasters. So after this painting, we're gonna move on back to punch needling. See where my funds is at. My son keeps reminding me about this bluey rug, but I don't have. I need to get more Premier cloth. So right now I'm trying to use my scraps up before I buy more. But the next large one is going to be on that frame, medium one, I suppose. I'm going to make a rug for my son because he wants me to make him a bluey one. Then the actual big frame, I'm going to be making headbands. I see a look it. I'm going to make some headbands so that those can be ready by May. How as funny as that sounds, it moves fast. Today's the 21st. It moves fast, okay, y'all? I want to have my inventory ready. I'm debating if I want to do a market this Sunday. It's been cold as fuck, and I need to pay a booth fee. It's in Oconomowoc, like a 40 something minute drive. I don't know what y'all thinking. I have some coasters. I'm like, I could definitely bring some hats. It's cold. It's a wellness one, so I'm like, kind of want to bring some more girly stuff. I will be getting some payments later this week for commission payments. So that's how I could cover my booth. But then I'm thinking Friday I'm gonna need to stop at my office. Fridays are my free day. I'm gonna try to keep them free if I can help it. But now it's gonna be like my Fridays and Sundays will be free. We got 9 likes. So this is where I'm at. We're gonna finish this little strip up and I'm gonna be done. There. Oh, Mr. Mr. Golden Sun. I'm gonna just stay up here as long as I can before the yarn starts to have to curve. Don't curve me. Bro, that used to be my song. Don't curve me. What would I do without my baby? Yeah, no, no. Down for you. I'm down for you. Ja Rule. Shanti, where you want me? You got me. She's rocking my hoodie. It is going at the brown, spin on the foxy. I was drunk all tequila. Don't cry. That's how you be sounding. I'm down for you. I'm down for you. Ja Rule. Shanti, where you want me? You got me. Got one more spot. Yikes. Whoa. Yeah, we did it. I'm down for you. I'm down for you, Java. Oh, something. Oh, where you want me? You got me. You can feel the glue. And then you don't want to lay your finger down because then you could pull the string up with it. You don't want to have that happen. More. More glue. Got to get the corners really good. I want to go to a brunch place. I want to do that. I'm going to ask Harry. We can do that Sunday. That would be fun because I finally have my Sundays free again. I want to give me some little, some pancakes. Some big ones. Some eggs. That sounds good. That sounds good as fuck. Ah, she's rocking my booty. There we go. Boom. We sealed the corner off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're so close. We're so close. I'm gonna just make that a line. That'll be too much. Oh, but if I do, I gotta let them know about this. What's good? If I do this market, then I won't be able to do brunch. So what do I do? Do a market in the cold or go to brunch with my family? Who is this? New challenger. Oh, that was a small truck, but he was mighty. I know y'all heard him coming. When I see you, when I see you. We're almost done. And it does smoke glue. Then we almost done. Right here. And that's it. This little triangle. Then we're gonna pack it up, boys. Charge my phone, maybe. Actually, do I get an iced coffee today? Do you think I should reward myself, chat? I've been kind of trying to stop. Lay it down. Gotta use really gentle hands. I don't think I'm gonna put one there. I got glue on my hands. I made my hands dry. I'm gonna say I'm done with this napkin. This napkin is how I wipe the glue off or dust the flakes off and the yarn. If I have like if I got yarn I gotta dust. Bro is driving on his sidewalk. What the hell? Gramps is fucking up. Hell no, bro is just in the car. He almost knocked his poles down. Did he turn the car off? I'm sorry, I'm being nosy. Okay, well, while they getting out the car, I'm like, I wonder if bro gonna look. We did. They filled in like this area. There you go. We filled in like this area to the side, side to side. And I did this little area earlier. And there you have it. We getting there. It's like it's loading, like it's filling up. I'm conscious I'm not doing the bottom yet. I'm trying to have areas where I can still hold my canvas. I'll let this kind of hang off the edge. Bro looking at his shit. Ah, he said fuck it. He ain't even going back the car back so he can get on his sidewalk. He parked in front of the sidewalk. What the heck is going on? Where they got him outside? My hands got glue on them. What's good? What it is? What's up? Oh, yeah, y'all wanted to see the book. I'll show you the book. What it is? What's up? What's up? Cause we got your nigga in the cut. Oh, let me get the glue off my scissors. That's usually what I be doing. If there's too much glue, then they won't cut my string good. These have just been promoted to my yarn painting scissors because they're kind of getting dull. Used to be my travel ones, and it's just kind of got different. I got different ones. I can't get it. I don't want to damage my nails. I'm trying to get most of it off. I be geeking. I been geeking. Come to me, and you ain't believing me. Sometimes then, I don't give a fuck about these niggas, and I'm kind of green. Same thing on my slime. Party with my shit. Then in that partner, then man, I do this. Do it with 50. Little mama can't get in. Doo doo doo. That's thousand bond funny. The complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy. So this is a book I got off of Amazon. You can screenshot it. This is the book I was telling y'all about where you can make your own self-care and home care products, and it may help you save a little bit of money. Completely revised, expanded. Over 800 natural, non-toxic, and fragrant recipes to create health, beauty, and safe home and work environments. Let's see. Crumbling. See, I just be flipping to random pages and they'll give you like a little blend for etc. Now that I know of an aromatherapy or is it apocryphy shop or where I can buy like loose herbs and shit. Um, but I gotta unless I can get them single off of Amazon. I really don't want to get a doTERRA account. Having a doTERRA account just makes it very expensive. doTERRA expects you to spend a certain amount every month, then you can get like free products or whatever. But I'm like, then you end up having an excessive amount of products. And it's not until like, I guess 2025, I started to notice a depletion in the oils that I had. 2025, and I was buying oils like 2020, and they last 250 drops for the bigger bottles, and it's like 90 drops for the smaller ones. So they last a good while. But anyway, this one's I just flipped to a page is talking about trembling. Trembling is unrelated to a physical disorder such as Parkinson's disease can sometimes be helpful by applying the following body oil. People with Parkinson's may also find the blend helpful. So this is a blend you could do. Chamomile roman, 3 drops; clary sage, 2 drops; geranium, 4 drops; lemon, 2 drops. Then it says blend the essential oil together, then dilute 2 to 5 drops per 1 teaspoon of 5 milliliters of carrier oil. If the trembling is more pronounced in the upper body, apply the body oil over the one arm, across the chest, down the arm, and over both hands. If the trembling tends to be on the lower portion of the body, apply the body oil over the lower back, hips, legs, and feet. It is helpful to get the blend down to the length of the spine, about 4 inches on either side, although this will probably require help. If no one is available, just do what you can. So I just flipped to a page and it was talking about essential oil blend you can do for trembling. Here we go. Um, this one was talking about shaving. So I'm like, if you want to get into that one, I actually highlighted, and it had good shaving carrier oils that you could, apply. You know, always apply oil to your body after you shave, or so for bumps and all of that. But it's a helpful book. It's got things for nausea, a lot of good stuff. So if you are interested in this book, you could take a screenshot of it. Okie dokie. Well, I hope y'all have a good day. Um, Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your day. I don't know. Me and my client yesterday were talking about, yeah, I just don't like the winter. I'm wearing 2 layers, so this isn't actually what I'm going to be teaching in. I got some pants underneath here. So like and subscribe. We're gonna have like probably a shorter live tomorrow, little chit chat one, because I had to take a call early tomorrow morning. So you can catch me 8 a.m., maybe a 30-45 minute live, and then Friday will be just a normal like 8 to 9:30, 10 a.m. Woo, that would be a long live. 10 a.m. live. But anyway, catch you. Have a good day and see you tomorrow. Bye.